Welcome back everybody to the channel. We did have a reintroduction in the last video, so make sure you check that out. If you did see some of these videos before I ended up taking them down, we are going to redo this thing. I just felt like I could give the viewers a better product, and that's something we're going to strive to do. So we are in this matchup against the Brooklyn Nets in our home opener. You guys did just see there our main man, Victor Oladipo, and you see his main competition right here, D'Angelo Russell. It is opening night here in Indiana. The crowd is packed. The arena is sold out, and we are looking to get our first win. If winning undefeated, we got to start with the first one here, guys. Here we have their starting lineup in these ugly uniforms. Actually, I thought they looked a little bit better, and I wasn't too sure about the concept when I was actually in the loading screen for the game. Either way, we are in our brand new Circle City uniforms, looks like, and they are in their ugly Brooklyn Bridge uniforms. So if the uniforms have anything to do with that, I think we are already ahead, and you guys will see here in this gameplay we are gonna do a couple of all-star type plays, and hopefully we can get the win in this one. So while the gameplay is going, guys, and there's nothing too crazy to talk about, I did want to go over expectations for the season as we see Miles Turner hit his first three-pointer of the year. I think Miles Turner is going to be a guy for us who can lead the league in blocks. I feel like we have a lot of players in not only Miles Turner, but in Victor Oladipo and in Corey Joseph and Darren Collison, who are guys who can play both sides of the ball. And if we can get Miles Turner to lead the league in blocks, we can have that stable rim protector and hopefully a nice cornerstone to build the rest of our defense upon. I know Victor Oladipo is a guy who is a ball hawk and is in those passing lanes. Thaddeus Young, another one of those types, to help us as far as defensively goes. And I think on the bench we have a lot of defensive potential, not only in TJ Leaf and Corey Joseph, but other guys as far as Ike Onyebagu and Edmund Sumner, who's a guy that is an elite athlete and hopefully is able to get us some steals and hold that defensive prowess once we have some of these guys go onto the bench. As far as our star player in Victor Oladipo, some of my expectations for him is as being a great scorer. Right now in the league, he's averaging like 23 to 25 points a game. I think that's something that is obviously realistic as is going on in the NBA in today's league. But I think as far as our simulation and things along those lines, as we see him give Miles Turner a pass with a little too much heat on it, he is a guy who should be able to score at least 20 points for us, okay? My highest expectation for him will be that 25-point scoring range. I don't know if that's plausible. I did switch up some of the tendencies going into this season as far as getting him some more touches, having him shoot the ball just a little bit more. I'm going to try to do everything that I can so that he becomes the all-star that he is in real life. If we can move on to our third guy, if you will, the third out of our big three, Domantas Sabonis, who is actually gigantic in real life. He is a strong guy. He kind of reminds me of, I wouldn't say a Roy Hibbert build. I would say a Roy Hibbert level of strength. If we can remember back to those days when Roy Hibbert was bullying anyone and everyone on the block, shooting hooks over each shoulder. That's kind of what I envisioned for Domantas Sabonis as far as strength goes. As far as skill, I liken him to a Pau Gasol. I think that him and Victor Oladipo can have the same 1-2 tandem that Kobe and Pau Gasol had back in those days when they won championships for the Lakers. And hopefully this time we can have a great rim protector in Miles Turner behind them. I just don't know what he's going to be able to do this season. I do expect him to average a double-double at worst. If he is a guy who can put up 10 points and 10 rebounds with maybe 2 or 3 assists, I will be absolutely blown away. He will be a pivotal piece. And that's something that not only I am going to look forward to, but I'm sure that you guys will look forward to as viewers of the series. I did mention earlier in the video that I wanted to have a stronger defense. We have a lot of guys who can play two-way, as I just missed the opportunity for Victor Oladipo to get a three, so I'm clapping his hands there. I think that we are a team that can lead the league in steals. I did change a lot of the tendencies for our players to jump the passing lanes. I am not really scared for them to play passing lanes because if they miss the ball and the defender has an opportunity to go to the rim, I am hoping Miles Turner will be there to swat their shot and or get in their head just a little bit, as he does right there against D'Angelo Russell, throwing shots and getting back on the other end. I think that's something that's very plausible for us. We have a lot of quick guys, and we have a lot of guys who have a knack for the ball and have some high intangibles. So I really believe that is something that can and will happen for us. I really would like to turn our backcourt into a backcourt that pressures other 1-2 guards. So, for example, if we have Corey Joseph and Victor Oladipo, who are, really great two-way players and have great on-ball defense and are able to pressure opponents, I think that we can get a lot of turnovers from there. And I think that will create opportunities for not only second chance points, but highlight reel finishes. We have a lot of young athletic guys who can get out and run. We see a nice alley-oop from Victor Oladipo as I say that. So it's definitely something that's very plausible for our team. We will be starting up some extra things here in the next episode. We see a great shot blocked by Miles Turner. And I'll just have to see you guys then. So thank you for joining me, and we will do some more games coming up next episode.